Good evening, George Mason, and welcome to this week's live broadcast of Mason Cable News. I'm Kylan Adams.
And I'm Ariel Thornhill.
Ariel, how was your week?
Oh, it's going pretty good. It's going well.
That's great to hear. Well, today is Veterans Day, so we would like to say Happy Veterans Day to all of those who have fought for our freedom. Thank you for your bravery and sacrifice. At this time, we would like to have a moment of silence and remembrance for our fallen soldiers.
Last Saturday, there were speculations when a mysterious light shot through the skies of Southern California. Immediately, social media was flooded with various theories of aliens or meteors, while others bombarded law enforcement officials with panic phone calls. But false alarm, there are not any aliens or meteors threatening us. The U.S. military officials were actually conducting a pre-planned missile test, which was scheduled at sea from a ballistic missile submarine, the USS Kentucky.
Throughout these past few months, race has been a hot topic at different colleges and universities all over the country. Most recently, the University of Missouri's president resigned from his position after complaints regarding his lack of effort in handling the racist disputes happening on the campus. But it was a football team that may have forced the president to resign when the football players announced that they would refuse to play as long as the president remained in office. Their head coach, Gary Pinkel, said he supported them. The prospect of a strike by a team in the country's most dominant college football league, the Southeastern Conference, drew national attention, and officials said that just forfeiting the team's game Saturday against Brigham Young University in Kansas would cost the university nearly $1 million. Following the president's resignation last night, allegedly, there were threats of bricks being thrown into the dorms of African-American students, as well as death threats being shared on the messenger app Yik Yak around 7:30 p.m. The school sent out an alert just to warn African-American students that threats had been made and to stay indoors later tonight. There will be a press conference later on this week about the safety of African-American students at the University of Missouri.
Protests have broken out at Yale stemming from what students viewed as insensitivity from the faculty following Halloween. Before the holiday, an email was sent by a group of administrators from various Yale offices reminding students to remain racially sensitive with their choice of Halloween costumes by avoiding things such as blackface, turbans, and Native American headdresses. This email was responded to by a Yale lecturer who stated, "Is there no room anymore for a child or young person to be a little bit obnoxious, a little bit inappropriate, or proactive? Yes, or even offensive." The protest was responded to by Yale President Peter Salovey, who stated in a November 6th message that he was deeply troubled by the racial distress on campus. "We must act to create at Yale greater inclusion, healing, mutual respect, and understanding," he said. Earlier this month, the university announced a $50 million initiative to increase faculty diversity. Are your pockets feeling a little empty as the semester comes to an end? I know mine are. After this commercial break, we'll be giving you the top tips for saving money while in college.
You're listening live to Improv for Mason here on WGMU Radio, heard WGMUradio.com.
You know, it wasn't my idea.
Today's show with our special guest interview for this team in the new conference.
Welcome to a special
It's
edition of
been
the
a great
First Pick.
transition for me personally. I love Mason.
The very talented David Keckner.
I'm great. How are you doing?
Reed, Jonah, it was a pleasure having you on the show today.
I did.
I'm Ben Simpson. On the phone today, we have Drew McGarry, successful author, writer. You're listening to WGMU Radio on WGMUradio.com.
Welcome back. College is an exciting time for all of us here, leaving the house and entering adulthood. Well, freedom comes with responsibility. And as college students, it is important that while we are here, we establish financial skills that can be carried out throughout life. Here are 5 tips on how to save money while in college. Number 1, purchase your books from cheaper sites such as Chegg.com, cheapbooks.com, Amazon.com, or eBay. Number 2, couponing for events here and around the DMV area when you want to go out and socialize. Number 3, utilize Mason dining options instead of going out to eat. Number 4, use public transportation in order to eliminate gas costs. And number 5, be creative with your leisure time. There are various events here at Mason that are free for students, including one free student ticket at the Center for the Arts box office for majority of plays held here, free entry into fitness centers, and many others.
Starting November 15th through 20th, Homeless Week is going to be happening here at George Mason. There will be various events opportunities, including marking and delivering brown bag lunches or even feeding 500. More details can be found by visiting facebook.com/Action Week or using the hashtag ActionWeekGMU.
November is Native American Heritage Month. In order to celebrate, there will be a lunch in Southside Dining Hall this Friday, November 13th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They will be serving traditional Native dishes on the menu there. Here is Kira White with the Freshman Corner.
Hello, Mason Patriots. Welcome to another segment of Freshman's Corner. I'm your host, Kira White. Get ready to rep that green and gold because the 2015-2016 basketball season is right around the corner. Bring out those free t-shirts from orientation and spring preview because this will be the freshmen's first experience with the Gold Rush. Let's see if these freshmen are ready for the college basketball experience.
Basketball. Honestly, I feel at Mason, we don't really have any other teams. We don't have a football team. And football is huge in college, so we have to come out and really support basketball, which is why I'm really, really looking forward to the upcoming season. Honestly, I think that is going to be hype. And if you don't show up, I mean, you have to show some Mason pride, honestly.
I really have never truly followed basketball. My dad has tried, but hopefully George Mason is better than my high school team, so that should encourage me to go.
I'm very excited about the game because I'm a member of the band, so I'm looking all the more forward to our first big basketball game of the season. Go Patriots!
I'm super excited about Gold Rush, especially since I'm a part of the Green Machine and we've been working so hard preparing, and especially being a freshman, I actually feel like I have a front row seat to the excitement of Gold Rush, and I'm a part of it myself.
Just like being in that room with all that energy of just having like really fun and stuff, like I think it'll be really cool to get along with some friends and go to the games.
I am excited for my first basketball season as a freshman in college, but I don't know that much about basketball. I think I do plan on going to some basketball games, but as far as knowing anything about basketball, I really don't. But it seems fun.
Yeah, I'm excited too because I want to get into basketball and show off, some school spirit about this place.
I cannot wait for basketball. Hopefully, again, they do go to the Final Four. That would be amazing if they actually do get into the Final Four, and I do hope that they have a really good season, and good luck and good wishes.
Well, that's all we have for this segment of Freshman's Corner. I'm your host, Kira White. Please do not forget the basketball game is this Friday. Come experience Doc Nix, Masonettes, and your basketball team. Have a great night, guys.
Welcome back. Hear more about the Gold Rush in our sports report later on in the show. Last night, the fourth GOP debate took place where candidates faced off on issues such as government, spending, immigration, and most notably foreign policy. Recent poll numbers have Donald Trump leading at 38%, Ben Carson at 23%, Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio both at 11%. All remaining candidates are polling 4% or lower. The Democrats' next debate is November 14th at Drake University in Iowa.
Controversy erupted on social media this past week when the new holiday Starbucks cups were released without any holiday or Christmas pattern. In the past, the cups had reindeer ornaments and snowflakes, but this year's cups is simply red and cranberry with the green Starbucks logo. Evangelist Joshua Furstein started the debate by accusing Starbucks on Facebook of, quote, removing Christmas from their cups because they hate Jesus. The comment quickly spread across social media where everyone from Donald Trump to Demi Lovato began weighing in on the issue. Some firmly believe the cups should represent the holiday season, while others are happy the cups are not solely Christmas-based. However, according to CNBC, there was a poll asking, what do you think of the Starbucks 2015 cups? 61% of the people voted they do not care. The Starbucks company explains their vision for the cups was not to be a war on Christmas, but to simply be a design for people to fill their own stories with for the holiday season.
More than 150 Mason faculty have been awarded prestigious academic awards for helping to further Mason's learning environment. The award recognizes employees who are considered role models of integrity, civility, and positive behavior. Among these awards were the Civility Award and the Margaret Howell Award, named after retired Mason employee Margaret Howell, and the Faculty and Staff Outstanding Achievement Awards. This takes place once a year during the month of November, with the awards presented by President Kedavera. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What's up? How was your weekend? Mine was great. Well, thank you for asking. I genuinely love what I do, and I'm so excited to be back on the couch this week and to be your source for entertainment news nationally, as well as in the DMV area. So, kicking off our first entertainment news story of the week. In the Center for the Arts, this masterpiece of a standard Italian repertoire has touched the hearts and souls of opera lovers for generations, with a combination of Puccini's gorgeous score and the bittersweet tale of young love in bohemian Paris. Well, this opera set in Paris's Latin Quarter, La Boheme follows starving young artists struggling to survive and fulfill their dreams, getting by on passion, friendship, humor, and a lust for life. On a snowy Christmas Eve, Rodolfo, a romantic poet, and Mimi, a ailing seamstress, meet and fall deeply in love, but her languishing health and their abject poverty threaten their happiness. Sung in Italian with English subtitles, tickets are $98, $80, and $40, depending on where you sit. One free student ticket is available with a valid Mason ID, as I always say. You can catch the stellar performance on November 14th, 2015 at 8 p.m. with a matinee performance on November 15th at 2 p.m. at GMU's very own Center for the Arts Concert Hall. Also, both shows will have a pre-performance discussion by Dr. Glenn Winters, commonly known as Doc Opera. Heart-rending sorrow, joyous celebrations, and the power of the creative spirit propelled this poignant work to its tragic conclusion, which is brought to our stage by Virginia Opera. Well, if you have not already bought your ticket, remember, Toby Mac is coming to the Eagle Bank Arena, formerly Patriot Center, on Saturday, November 14th at 7 p.m., if you're not going to the opera. Toby Mac is one of the first and best-known Christian rappers of the millennial generation. He'll be performing some of his best hits, including my personal favorite, Me Without You. Tickets range from $15 to $75, and everyone aged 2 and older must have a ticket. Also, Mexican singer Alejandro Fernandez will also be returning to the Eagle Bank Arena on Saturday, November 21st at 8 p.m. Tickets for his concert are selling out very quickly, as they now range from $59 to almost $150. But Fernandez is switching things up this year with his performance, because $1.50 from every ticket will go towards the Maestro Cares Foundation. You know, Mason, I genuinely love when musical artists just give back to the community. Don't you? And now, here's a few stories in Hollywoodland. I know we're barely past Halloween and Thanksgiving is fast approaching, but all we want for Christmas is this. And when I say this, I mean let's ring in the holiday season with Mariah Carey's picture book titled, What Else? All I Want for Christmas Is You. The book debuts on Wednesday, November 11th. The children's book uses the lyrics of Mariah's classic holiday song to tell the story of a girl whose Christmas wish is just for a puppy to love. I'm thrilled to be able to bring the story of the song to new generations of families with the picture book, Carey said. Now, Tim Gunn is back and hosting a new spin on the classic show that is Project Runway. This fall, the superstar group of designers will be more fresh-faced than ever. And I mean literally. They're all ages 13 to 17, not even 18. Project One Way Junior contestants compete to create a design that will be sold on landsend.com. Ooh. Though Heidi won't be telling any of the young ones off Wiedersehen, she is succeeded by fellow supermodel Hannah Davis as co-host, along with a panel of judges including Kelly Osbourne, past Project Runway designer Christian Siriano, and Cosmopolitan executive fashion editor Aya Kanai. As a bonus, Michelle Obama might even make a slight video appearance. But catch the premiere on Thursday, November 12th at 9 Eastern Pacific Time on Lifetime. Last but definitely not least, Vivica A. Fox just stirred the pot big time. Fans may have expected Sunday's Watch What Happens Live to be all about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season premiere, but once host Andy Cohen just asked one of his guests about Empire, things just took a bit of a turn. His question: what were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the season ratings dip on gay stuff? Andy asked Vivica. Vivica's response: first of all, you know, the pot called the kettle black is all I'm saying, Vivica responded. Kenny Burris replied, that was some tea, that was some shade, that was major shade. When Andy asked if 50 Cent could be homosexual, Vivica said he's not, but not before adding, we had a great time, he just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. She also brought up a Vibe cover with 50 Cent's Soulja Boy that raised flags for her. 50 Cent's rep later issued a statement that read, Mr. Jackson, 50 Cent, reposted something on Instagram that originated from a blog in relation to the decrease in Empire's ratings. When he realized that there was additional content in the blog post that he did not agree with, he immediately deleted the post as that is not the reflection of his views at all. Andy later clarified the Instagram message at the end of the Sunday's live show. But honestly, despite opposition from fans as well as 50 Cent and Soulja Boy, as of now, Vivica appears to be standing by her remarks. In addition to posting several fans' supportive tweets, the actress wrote, and I quote, boom, that's for my hashtag Empire Season 2 family, y'all. Drops mic, emoticon, hashtag WWHL. Well, Mason, this has been a great week full of infotainment, but be sure to watch next week right here with me on the couch. Have a safe weekend, and remember, start studying for those finals. Bye, Mason.
Good evening, and welcome back to your Mason Sports Report. I am your host, Sydney Peterson. The men's soccer team had a successful week again this week. The team beat Rhode Island with a final score of 2-1. The team was led to victory by sophomore player Henning Dirks. Dirks scored 2 goals within the first 2.5 minutes of the game. This was one of the many accomplishments that led Dirks to earning the Atlantic 10 second team honors. Mason's fall season has now ended with the team finishing their last 3 games being victories. Unfortunately, the women's volleyball team did not have such a good week. They were defeated by Dayton with a final score of 3-0. Our team's best leading scorer of the night was senior Morgan Martin. She led the team with 9 kills in attack as well as best hitting percentage. But hopefully the team will revive their season record this weekend when they play their matches against both Duquesne and LaSalle. The team's match on Saturday against the Dukes is senior night. Well, right when the athletics seems to be slowing down, it picks right back up again. This Friday, the Mason basketball team has their season opener against Colgate University. This game is one that you do not want to miss as it is a first for many. It is the first time in history that the Patriots and Raiders play, as well as it is head coach Dave Paulson's first game here as a Patriot. This week, Coach Dave Paulson was promoting for this game all over campus. Well, the tip-off game is at 7 p.m. in the Eagle Bank Arena this Saturday. Well, Mason, that's all I have for you this week. I will see you after Thanksgiving break. I hope you all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. See you next time. Sorry.
You're listening live to Improv for Mason here on WGMU Radio, heard WGMUradio.com.
You know, it wasn't my idea.
Today's show with our special guest interview transition for this team in the new conference.
Welcome to a special
It's been
edition of the
a
First
great
Pick.
transition for me personally. I love Mason.
The very talented David Keckner.
I'm great. How are you doing?
Reed, Jonah, it was a pleasure having you on the show today.
I did.
I'm Ben Simpson. On the phone today, we have Drew McGarry, successful author, writer.
Shared yesterday, our very own Deja Gore sat down and interviewed him. Here to get his side of the story. Well, we have a clip for you. Check it out.
Is your husband supportive?
He is. He's very supportive.
She loves Jesus and she wants people to be saved, like my sign says. Jesus saves.
Okay. Well, there is power in the name of Jesus.
It's usually the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I mean, obviously there are those who are not happy with the preaching.
Like what happened on campus. A guy was so angry. I was not even preaching, but he was so angry that he came and stole my sign. God bless you all.
To view the whole interview as well as students' response, go to our YouTube page at Mason Cable Network. What did you all think about the interview?
I thought it was like a great new perspective on it, being a student, just kind of walking and seeing it happen every day. It leaves you a little puzzled, so it definitely went a little bit more in depth to the situation.
I think it gives a good insight on where he's coming from instead of, just saying, oh, he's a bad person because he's saying this. At least, now we can kind of see what his angle is for,
I agree.
being there.
I think, the interview kind of helped the people who maybe could take a little bit of offense to some of the actions that are taken when he's out there.
It definitely gives the audience, as well as Mason students and faculty, a chance to view his side and really get to see him outside of him being in North Plaza.
I completely agree.
All right, well, our time here at the news desk is coming to a close, but we thank you for watching. Also, be sure to stay tuned to watch Noticiero GMU with Ismar Ventura, where he will give you the top 5 news stories in Spanish. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Mason Cable News, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Mason Cable Network to keep up with the latest news. Until next time, Mason, I'm Ariel Thornhill.
I'm Sydney Peterson.
And I am Kylan Adams. Have a great day, Mason.
Hoy es martes 10 de noviembre de 2015. Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a Noticiero GMU. Les saluda Ismar Ventura. Empezamos con una noticia de éxito. La universidad gana un premio por su modelo nacional de investigación estudiantil. Nuestra escuela fue apremiada por el Consejo de Investigación de Pregrado en todo el campus este año 2015 por su realización de investigación de pregrado. El premio nacional reconoce los esfuerzos de George Mason para exponer un mayor número de estudiantes que investiguen las oportunidades y proporcionar acceso a los principales estudios fuera del aula. Animamos a nuestros estudiantes a dedicarse a la investigación, ya que es una de las experiencias de aprendizaje más eficaz y transformadoras para que puedan tener, dijo el presidente de Mason, Ángel Cabrera. Esto es cierto si un estudiante decide seguir una carrera de investigación y que es el mayor valor de la universidad de investigación puede ofrecer a un estudiante. Son aproximadamente 2.725 estudiantes que en los últimos 3 años han completado una investigación original o proyecto creativo. Además, más de 17.000 estudiantes se han introducido para el pregrado de investigación y actividades creativas a través de cursos de proyectos. Lo que la diferencia de Mason a otras escuelas y otras universidades es como los estudiantes y la facultad y la administración están unidos en un compromiso con los estudiantes como el programa de becarios, de acuerdo con el consejo. Las unidades académicas en Mason han integrado conceptos de investigación en todo el plan de estudios para que los estudiantes de tal manera y de todos niveles puedan aprender cómo participar en la investigación en forma de cada vez más certificadas e independientes. Y ahora, en otras noticias, Mason retiene la clasificación de universidades amistosas en el país. Los esfuerzos de la universidad para hacer sus bicicletas una parte integral de la experiencia de la universidad han sido reconocidos por la Liga de Ciclistas Americanos, que renovó el estado de la escuela como nivel de bronce de las universidades de bicicletas más amables del país. Mason ha sido una universidad de bicicletas amistosa, puesto la clasificación que se inició en el 2010. Hay 127 bicicletas amistosas en la universidad en 42 estados, con un incremento de 49 colegios nuevos desde el año pasado. Dijo también, hemos visto que en la bicicleta más del doble de estudiantes en los últimos años. El presidente Ángel Cabrera. El director también de Mason de Aparcamiento y Transporte, John Cantor. El ciclismo ha sido impulsado por un programa gratuito de registro de bicicletas y la recreación de beneficios a los empleados para el ciclismo como una opción más cercana. Mason añade más de 100 bastidores para las bicicletas a la escuela cada año, agregó también Cantor. Nuevos refugios para bicicletas han sido ordenados y se instalarán en el próximo año. Y ahora seguimos con una noticia de ciencias. El neurólogo de la universidad destapa misterio de las mitocondrias. Las mitocondrias son potencias pequeñas que se encuentran en el interior de casi todas las células del cuerpo. La comprensión de cómo las mitocondrias pueden producir energía y responder a diversas sustancias como las metabolíticas o de calcio podría ayudar a los tratamientos médicos para adelantar de todo tipo de enfermedades del cuerpo, desde los trastornos neurológicos como el Alzheimer, al Parkinson, a las terapias para reparar el corazón. Los científicos creen que han hecho un descubrimiento dentro de la mitocondria celular del corazón, a través de la observación y la cartografía matemática, ya que se arroja luz sobre los procesos de mitocondrias en el cerebro, los músculos, los huesos y los nervios de todo el cuerpo. Y el maestro Jaffrey dijo de aquí de la universidad que todavía hay muchos años por adelante de investigación. Sin embargo, ha tenido un sorprendente descubrimiento sobre las mitocondrias, ya que el movimiento dentro de las mitocondrias es mucho más activa y compleja de lo que se había sospechado. El equipo de Jaffrey combina modelos matemáticos con las investigaciones biológicas para observar las mitocondrias en las células del corazón y rastrear el papel central que desempeñan en la producción de energía dentro de las células, generando oxígeno y regulación de apoptosis, también descrita como la muerte programada de una célula. Y mañana, el 11 de noviembre, el evento anual número 13 de la Organización de los Veteranos tendrá un evento llamado Powwow. Se llevará a cabo en el Salón Dewberry en el Centro Johnson, desde las 12 de la tarde hasta las 8 p.m. Este es un evento social en la cultural indígena que combina la danza y la música. Una gran selección de artes y oficios tradicionales estarán disponibles para su compra. La entrada es totalmente gratis para la comunidad de Mason. Continuamos con otro evento que se llevará a cabo el día viernes 13 de noviembre, de las 11 a.m. a las 2 p.m. en el Salón de Almuerzo del sur del campus. Varios platos tradicionales nativos serán servidos en el menú. Los estudiantes pueden utilizar Mason Money, su plan de alimentos o dinero en efectivo. El evento está patrocinado por los servicios de comedor de Mason. Y ahora, una historia sobre la Semana del Amor aquí en el campus. Este pasado martes 3 de noviembre, cerca de la Torre del Reloj, los organizadores del Love Week se reunieron para la recolección de fondos para poder lograr llevar a cabo la semana, cual estará llena de actividades para todos los estudiantes y personal. Esta semana empezó oficialmente desde el día de ayer, lunes, el propósito para recaudar aún más fondos para poder construir una escuela en Camboya. Para más información, usted puede ayudar a este movimiento o cualquier pregunta sobre el movimiento humanitario, puede contactarse con la organizadora del programa, Emily Hugal, a su correo electrónico ehugal@gmu.edu. Y la semana pasada, el 2 de noviembre hasta el 6 de noviembre, la comunidad de Mason se reunió para Patriotas en Acción, para poner fin a la violencia sexual. La semana de conciencia sobre el asalto sexual y violencia de género hizo que muchos estudiantes tomaran la promesa y promover una mejor salud relacional y sexual. El evento fue patrocinado por el gobierno estudiantil de la universidad. Este siguió el ejemplo de la implementación de la Casa Blanca. Estar con nosotros, la campaña mejor conocida como Patriotas en Acción. Así nos despedimos, patrióticos. Los esperamos la próxima semana con sus noticias en español. Gracias por acompañarnos. Manténganse abrigados. Las temperaturas empiezan ya a bajar. Para Noticiero GMU, reportó Ismar Ventura. Hasta la próxima.